Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Firk This Christmas. I love it.
Firk This Christmas.
It's first looking. We're first looking at stuff.
I'm Brian. I'm waist deep in first look of papers here.
I'm Dan. It's still summer.
I'm Alonso, and I guess Firk is a word now. And this
is the Hallmark Podcast.
Bring you first look.
It's his podcast.
Host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
First of all, everybody, Merry Christmas
Merry
is in
Christmas.
order. It's great to be here.
Holy
Second of all,
Firk. You know what I mean?
Yes, with
Yeah.
the confetti. We also have to get this out of the way, and I don't want to gloss past it. We had a very intense,
It was a tough competition.
Lots of thoughts and prayer and consideration went into us deciding what day we thought this was going to be dropping on, and only one person got it correct, and it's Aaron Shea.
Yep.
Producer
Round of
Aaron
applause.
Shea.
It's
everybody.
amazing.
She had inside
Crushed
info,
it.
right?
recognize.
So,
Unlike our normal episodes that are very scripted, we're here live right now.
we
Bran.
are live.
We got Alonso Duralde up at ungodly hours of the morning. This is a big day. It's a big day.
It's a very big day. Before we dive in and kind of see what sticks out to us in the schedule, Aaron, do you have anything that you want to say to the people? I'll give you 5 seconds to make this acceptance speech.
Okay. I just want to thank all the double deckers for believing in me and for being there for me, supporting me, and thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank you,
bravo.
Aaron.
That was actually really good.
Yeah.
I think maybe 5 was too long. I think we could have shortened it down and then got it even more concise. But that was
Next
really
year,
good.
3 seconds.
Really good. This is a big day. Every year, we're heading in. Dan, we were just talking about this off air, but we're heading into our 7th holiday season doing this show, which is insane.
I just can't fathom that.
It hits different
Yeah.
every year, but for some reason, 7 feels like
It feels old.
It feels like a lot.
I heard if you were born before 1990, you're officially older than Marv is in Home Alone 1, and I took that personally.
Ooh, that hurts.
Yes, yeah.
I'm
Let that sit with you, everybody.
I'm still safe.
If you're listening out here and your birthday is before 1990, you're older than Marv is in the first Home Alone. That did make me feel old in a negative way. This is like we did it. 7
Aaron,
years.
come on out here. Show the people what's happening right now.
Give us
Aaron,
a twirl,
hey, Aaron. What are
Aaron.
you wearing?
Aaron, what are you-
Aaron, what are you
God,
wearing?
Bran.
and we're
Well, I
canceled.
think it's worth it. I
Is
think
it the
it's
Christmas
worth
cape?
it.
You'll see
Yeah,
what
it's
he's
the
talking
cape.
about.
Yeah.
Cape.
The Christmas. It's a Christmas cape.
Nice.
Happy
Love it.
summer, everybody.
Happy summer.
We did it. The Equa hasn't even noxed yet. It is just,
Did you guys break the Christmas ball? I see Mary, and I don't see its twin.
we don't like to break balls with Christmas
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah, we're
around
not.
here.
Not
Listen,
this
we're
time
not.
of
We're not in the
year.
business of breaking balls here,
Hey.
Alonso.
I wouldn't put it
hey,
past you.
Hey, really quickly, a couple of things. One, I just want to, of course, shout out Philo.tv/DTH.
Yeah.
We're going to get to watch our show all holiday season, but also all of these, I think, aside from Hallmark Plus, but all of these, Hallmark Channel, Hallmark Movies and Hallmark Mysteries, all on Philo, and the DVR is unlimited. So add them all,
Unlimited.
go nuts, have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Now's the time. Not
Lifetime-
a drill, everybody.
Lifetime's on there, Up's on there. So much Christmas on Philo all holiday season long. So we're very excited to have another holiday season with Philo. It makes it so easy for us, and it's going to make it so easy for you. Second, 47 movies this year, counting Hallmark Plus, which is a lot, I think, folks. It's a lot. Alonso, when you saw that number, how did it make you feel?
It made me realize that by the time this is the 15th countdown to Christmas that we're announcing this morning, or they're announcing that we're parsing, which means by the time they get to the 20th anniversary, we're going to be at 50. We
Yeah.
just are.
Wow.
Capitalism demands that you grow.
Capitalism
whether
demands
Whether or not it's feasible.
With the addition of Hallmark Plus, it makes it to where they didn't have to add more to the linear networks and still increase their number. We'll see how it goes for them. If there's 50 in 5 years, and that means that that would mean that either Hallmark Plus is doing well, or they're starting earlier. So it's a win-win, I think, for us, Alonso, if we get to 50.
I mean, because of where like Halloween and Christmas fall on the calendar this year, like aren't we actually going one weekend longer than usual this year?
I think it all kind of comes out in the wash, but I don't really know. It's a mess out there. The other thing, before we look into titles and talk about anything that excites us, the other thing I find intriguing is they have gone back to a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday release model, which was tried back
19.
in 19, I believe, and quickly
Given
the old Audible.
That's right.
They changed it.
Omaha.
They Omaha'd it. And so I'm not sure what information that they have gotten in their testing that made them feel good about that, but we'll see if it works out for them. And then the other thing,
I have a theory.
Go ahead.
Theory time.
I think that so much of what they're getting now is off of Peacock that whether or not people watch it the night that it airs on cable is not necessarily the game anymore, because they've got Peacock, they've got places like Philo that offer DVR, and so they're just laying them out on the calendar, and people are going to see them when they see them.
Yeah,
I love it.
I think that like the rating still like matters, obviously, but clearly they have seen success with the Peacock to continue to do that, even with the launch of Hallmark Plus.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, I don't think that any of the linear ones are going to be next day on Hallmark Plus. I think it's still going to go to their partners, their cable partners first, and then eventually maybe it'll end up on them.
I can tell you the first thing that stuck out to me, Bran, is that we are doing the marathon.
We are,
and
18th, starting at 6 p.m.
6
Eastern.
Eastern.
There's a little information for you.
There you go.
The earliest that Hallmark's ever started and the earliest we've ever started.
That's right.
Marathon.
6 p.m. on the 18th. That means 3 p.m. for you West Coasters out there. Miles before any new movies are actually starting. But that's okay. The big difference for us this year is we only have 2 new ones to watch, one Friday night, one Saturday night. We don't have to do a double feature Saturday night. And I got to be honest, if you ever listened to the second episode that we've done on Saturday night, you are as excited as we are about that, just for the sake of good podcasting. So that's exciting. And then, Alonso, you pointed something out that I just did a quick cursory glance and did not see either, which is shocking to me.
Yeah. There would appear to be no same-sex leads this year as opposed to recent. Yeah, I know. Like last year we had the lesbian movie with
Allie Liebert
and Humberly Gonzalez. We do get the return of Jonathan Bennett and dude from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend as one of the Cherry Lane franchise, of which there are 3 movies this year with 3 timelines each. So buckle up for that. But yeah, I'm a little surprised that like no leads, which is a bit of a leading
same-sex couple on any movie on this list. And we could be wrong. I want to point that out, but I went through it once. So did Alonso. I don't see one, which I got to be honest, was kind of thinking we get to 2 this year. I was kind of thinking we go the other direction with it.
Sure.
Well, I think
surprising.
Like, for what it's worth, when Lifetime made that plunge a few years ago, they also pulled back, a year later. They haven't had one, I don't think, since that one that we reviewed on the show.
I think they did. They had like the treasure hunt movie or whatever
but not last year, right?
Was it last year or 2 years ago? It's all a blur now. I don't remember. But yeah, they've definitely not been really committing to that bit, unfortunately. But I will say this also, again, just from a cursory first look at all of this stuff, it does look like we're getting more movies this year that aren't necessarily couple focused. Like there's best friends, there's moms, there's other ways to kind of tell these stories
coming to life. Yes, there's some fun ones in here that don't look like. There's one, in fact, that doesn't look like it has a romantic lead at all. I think it's a Janelle Parrish one where her character comes to life. I got to go back through.
Sugar Plumbed, I believe it's called.
Let's see. I put a star by it because I wanted to talk about it. This is live. We're live right now. Sugar Plumbed. Yeah. Maggie Lawson and Janelle Parrish are the stars, but it doesn't. It's that she basically
It's a Purple Rose of Cairo situation
Yeah.
where Janelle Parrish walks out of the screen as a fictional character within the context of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun, and looks like there isn't a romance story involved in it,
All right,
which is
we'll see.
pretty crazy.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll believe when I.
That would be a bigger glass ceiling to break.
Well, and right out of the gates, it does seem like there is with Holiday Crashers that first weekend. It does seem like it's two best friends, and I think there is a love interest there, but it is more focused on
Holiday Crashers looks like a fun time.
But I do want to say really quickly, right out of the gate, first movie of the year on October 18th. Of course, we'll be live during that premiere. During the marathon, but Robert Buckley, always excited to see Robert Buckley, and apparently it's something to do with the Chamberlain Family Christmas Olympics, which sounds like, I don't know, like 2 degrees away from the Christmas house.
It sounds a lot like the
it's
Christmas
basically
house.
like,
Yes.
what if we do Christmas house, but it's an Olympic year?
Or a Christmas scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, nicely
if
done.
you will.
Really good.
But Amy Groening there was somebody that we saw last year, right? That we were like, she should be a lead.
That's right.
And
Yeah,
Santa
she
Summit,
was
and that's right.
yeah, one of the like C or D.
one of the 3 pals.
Yes, that's right.
So I don't want to say like we
Okay.
made her
We did
career.
that.
I think we
but,
did
you
do.
know,
We
I
could
don't
take
think-
credit for
Well,
that.
I
Yeah,
think-
absolutely.
I believe it's graining.
Well,
Grinning, yeah.
it wouldn't be this without that. So
Yeah, we didn't even get to
alert,
it.
everybody, alert! It's time.
It's time.
Yeah, if you ever want to know who posted something on our socials, just look and see how it's spelled.
Just run a quick spell check.
I
through
will
it.
just say because it's even more embarrassing than it seems.
Alert.
You weren't in here. You weren't in here for this story, Dan, but you will like it. So we realized that the episode was going to come out a little later, and so we wanted to put something on social media.
An alert.
And
An
I was
alert,
like, I
yeah.
got it, guy. It was after hours.
Stop
so,
the printers.
So I said, I got it, everybody. And I wanted I had the general idea for what I wanted to say, like, hey, things are happening, whatnot. But I really wanted it to pop. I wanted it to be snappy. So I threw it into AI to add like emojis and to make
no.
it
Here
seem
we
like it
go.
would be good. But I liked what it did overall, but I didn't like how it started. I thought it was like, hey, big news. And I was like, I don't want big news. I want alert. So literally, the only thing that I changed, I
my
got
gosh.
wrong. So it's worse than you think it is.
Wow, yeah,
That's
and you used
embarrassing.
AI, which is apparently now we learned the equivalent of dumping an entire bottle of water down the drain.
That's right.
Yeah. Nice work.
That's right. Nice work all around.
Really good stuff.
What else are we seeing, folks?
Can I be
What
honest?
else are we seeing? Go
My
ahead, Dan.
first reaction to this list as a whole is not as exciting as last year. And I don't know why that's my first reaction as a whole. But last year I felt like we had a lot of very like titillating titles like the Santa Summit and Holiday Hotline. And maybe they were just more alliterative. I don't know. But there was like 12 or 13 movies that are sticking out in that list. Whereas I'm excited that Julie Sherman Wolfe is writing another Hanukkah on the Rocks movie, which is great. Also, the big standout as a movie that I think could be really good is a 90s Christmas, which that movie seems like it's going to be a blast.
Where's that? Where's
that's
that?
Cat Barrel. That's on November 29th.
Okay, give me
So
that.
that's-
Give me that synopsis
So
for me.
that is Cat Barrel, Ava Bourne, and Chandler Massey.
Okay.
Workaholic lawyer Lucy Miller is celebrating her promotion alone on Christmas Eve when a mysterious rideshare experience transports her back to 1999, reliving the holiday with her mom, sister, and best friend, not to mention her high school crush. Lucy gets a second chance to understand where her relationships went wrong. Will this magical journey help rewrite her future or leave her destined to be alone?
There's not a mention in that of Y2K, but it's
It's
99.
coming.
Oh, it'll be
right?
coming.
We need lots of Y2K, right?
Yeah,
do
the
like a
other
time
big
travel
standout to
there.
me is a Katie Finley movie, which is early on in October. I believe it is
A 5-year Christmas party.
It is the
Yes.
the 5-year
Real
Christmas
fun.
party looks like a ton of fun.
You know what's cool
Yeah.
about that is the. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Alonso.
No, please.
That it's surrounded around an ending. It's based around the
Yeah.
ending. It sounds like a company's ending, and it's like that seems like a really cool scenario. Like this is coming to an end.
Yeah,
but we're doing a movie
it's got
based around
love
it.
at the Christmas table vibes. Where it's-
That also an indie movie called "See You Next Christmas"
I was gonna
about
mention that, yeah.
about a couple of people who actually it's a movie y'all would like. It's from a couple years ago, and it's about this couple that meets at mutual friends' Christmas parties every year, and we see the evolution not just of their relationship, but like of the friends when they start like having kids and whatnot, and different sort of supporting characters who pop up at the party every year. So yeah, that's a fun
I think
device to use.
I'm looking at IMDb here, but it looks like this is Jordan Fisher's first Hallmark movie, which would make it fun. Katie Finley, always a blast.
Yes.
Those are my two early
Jordan
likes.
Fisher from something?
Yeah, so
Go
many
ahead,
things.
Aaron. You seem
do you
excited
got,
about
Aaron?
Jordan Fisher.
High School Musical, the series.
I'm very excited about Jordan Fisher. He's been on Broadway. He's done a lot of singing. He's in.
Is he in High School Musical, the
Yes,
series?
he's in one episode. Yes,
To All the Boys I Loved Before.
Okay. Okay.
He's
6
just,
episodes of The
he's
Flash.
just a really good musical talent, and I'm excited. I hope he sings.
So we think we got singing going on?
I don't know, but I hope he sings.
Don't make me sing.
Don't make him sing.
I like the pairing, the Halloween pairing of Britt Bristow and Will Kemp. I think that
Gosh,
could.
Sure.
that movie,
Yeah,
the
that's got
description of
potential.
that movie. Woof.
I don't want to get into that, but we will. Go ahead.
Speaking of people who've not been in Hallmark movies before, 5 Gold Rings gives us Nolan Gerard Funk, who is a character actor, has been in a bunch of stuff. I first noticed him in The Canyons, which is the sort of infamous Lindsay Lohan movie that she made, that Bret Easton Ellis wrote, that Paul Schrader directed. But he's gone on to do a whole bunch of different kinds of stuff, and so from that very R-rated origin story, he is now a Hallmark guy.
From Schrader to Hallmark, the way it's always been intended. We want the funk. Gotta have that funk. We want the funk. Gotta have that funk. Man,
How about this
the
one, though?
trombonist maybe needs a breather.
Guys, I don't know. I don't
I
know.
love that you did. Did you honk an inhaler? You honk an inhaler.
I don't know what you guys think about
Inhaler
this, but speaking
Oh
of
my God! 5 Gold Rings looks great. Private Investigator. It looks like a fun time.
speaking
That was a
of
fun movie.
friendship movies, though, holiday mismatch, getting a couple the aunts from Sabrina the Teenage Witch together, Caroline Ray and Beth
Wow.
Broderick.
Yeah.
Boy.
The itsy bitsy spider. Bring it back, Beth. Bring it back.
I mean, we do have to at least mention the fact that we get Krakow listing Santa Tell Me with also in that movie Ben Ayers and Chris Russell.
Man.
Wow.
That's a cast
Well,
right there.
and the Zarka.
And the Zarka.
Kurt
Yeah.
Zarka.
Kurt
The
Zarka. We don't want to leave the Zark out.
That's
So
very
what-
exciting.
Keep the Zark
What
in.
do we know about this Unwrapping Christmas, which is apparently the
4
basis
movies.
of 4 movies this year? 3
So-
Cherry Lanes, 4 Unwrapping Christmases, and no Time Fours this year, by the way. Have we noticed?
No, how about that?
Wow.
No time
wow.
for it.
We got no time for that.
We did it.
We did it.
Yeah, no guidelines, no time. Let's go.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Our
Time
long
for-
national nightmare is
Time
over.
for us to be done with that series, am I right? Yeah, that's really interesting that Hallmark Plus gets the series of movies instead of
Yeah.
I assume they would get like one off or something, but there's 4
of
unwrapping
them.
movies. I don't
4
know.
unwrapping.
I don't know anything about it. Aaron, you seem to know things.
I don't know anything
Okay,
about it.
great.
I just think it's a Christmas love club.
Oh, it's a Christmas love club.
That's what I think it is.
Please stop selling. It's got to be
But
better
it's got
than that.
Natalie Hall.
Okay.
Natalie Hall's
Yeah.
back.
Sold.
Oh, she sure is.
Oh, so that's
like
the
she's in more
Natalie
than
Hall.
one.
Is it Cindy Busby? I saw
Yeah.
something about this a while back. Yeah.
We
Oh, is this the one where Cindy Busby is a holiday gift wrapping expert?
Love that.
I
Well,
think
we'll see
they
if she
might,
can
they
break
might
records.
all come out of the same like gift wrapping location, and then there's like
Perfect.
separate stories or something.
That's what we need.
That's fun.
Shout out Jingle Bell Run, Andrew Walker, Ashley Williams, a pairing I
Oh,
can't
man.
believe we
Well,
haven't seen before.
Can't wait to see that.
It's crazy.
Former
That's very
hockey
interesting.
player. Are you kidding me?
2
right now?
walkers this time.
Bran.
Yes.
The Cindy Busby movie is Cindy and Jake Epstein.
Oh,
Holy cow.
And-
Can I tell you this? I have another weird, I wonder if it's ever happened before. John Brotherton is going to be in 2 movies in a row.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Like the movie that airs the 15th on Sunday and the movie that airs Thursday the 19th have the same. John Brotherton's in both of them. Because you've got Cherry Lane on the 19th and Yonder Star, which terrified of following Yonder Star. It's a Dayspring movie. It's got
Okay.
John Brotherton and Brooke Dorsey, which is great. But if you read the description, it's a terrifying. I'm scared.
Yeah, and Brian and I will love it.
Not as scary as Happy Holidays, of course, but scared.
So let's talk.
Well, hang on.
go
Before we, brother, the Yonder Star drops the 15th on Hallmark Channel. He's in one of the Cherry Lanes that's on Hallmark.
It's on Hallmark Plus. Okay, so technically not 2 linear ones in a row.
Yeah.
I guess.
But still, but yes, let's talk about Happy Holidays, because the return of Jessica Lowndes to the Hallmark Channel, it represents, I think, right, the first time that somebody who
Daniel
signed the
Lissing.
deal
It's
with
the first year. Daniel Lissing. I don't know if
Oh,
he
that's
signed
true,
a
him
deal,
too.
but he
Yep.
did a few movies.
They're all coming
Yeah.
back.
My
I
guess
think-
would be we'll see Jen Lilly again.
Chris
she just
Russell
came out and
didn't-
said she's ready and waiting. So
yeah, the other channel that made a big to do about signing up a lot of the big talent from this network has not really been delivering ratings and is barely producing new stuff. Like our friend Sleepy Kitty Paw looked at their list of 8 or 12 whatever new movies they promised, and apparently there's really only one that they actually produced. The rest of them are all retreads and stuff that's already aired elsewhere. And one of them, in fact, is an old Hallmark movie, Let It Snow. So yeah, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of tail between legs returning to Hallmark once they realize that other channel's not going to give them anything.
another interesting thing about the holidays, it is Jessica Lowndes, but it's also the winner of their
Yeah.
reality show that they're having launching, I think, during the holiday season. Finding
Finding
Mr. Christmas.
Mr. Christmas.
My
Wow.
guess would be the finale of that is going to air
Right before the movie.
before, you know, and so that we
That's how
won't
they would
actually
do it.
know who. I mean, I don't know how they do previews of that though without showing the guy.
Yeah, that's
but
a lot to keep under wraps.
it is. We'll
Yeah.
see how they do it. If
Christmas
they want the
under wraps.
momentum, I think it would work, but I
Sure.
don't know.
Cut
but it-
to Jessica Lowndes like 2 years ago being like, I'll do anything to be back on the network. You're like, well, we've got this competition.
So it's her
And
with
there's
this
a dog
guy
movie.
who, as far as we know, I don't know
there
much
even a
about the
dog?
show, but they're not professional actors. I'm sure they have some sort of acting experience of some sort, but they're
find out.
basically it's just finding a good-looking guy that likes Christmas. Is that my understanding of the show?
That would appear to be the criteria,
And
but
they didn't
we'll
ask
know
any
more
of
weeks.
us.
Not
They
a
didn't
single
ask
one.
any of
Not
us.
one of us. Brian, I did prepare before we started. Brian got really upset there was no Sarah Ramos movie.
Not a single
I'm really
Ramos
sorry.
joint.
I have 5. My top 5. I can't believe we're not getting a movie with this person.
Oh
in. You
wow,
ready?
okay.
BJL.
Yeah.
Lynn's is
Oh,
not
yeah.
in one.
She's not in one.
The Fish, Rhiannon Fish, not in a movie that I could
She
see on
actually
here.
is on another
Network.
Another network.
Michael Rady, not getting one from him. Brennan Elliott, not getting one from him. And our boy Vic Webster, not getting one
Man.
from him.
And I would add to that Ashley Williams and Luke McFarlane.
Oh, Ashley
Ashley's in
Williams
one.
is in one. Ashley's
she
in
is?
one.
Okay.
With Andrew
Is it?
Walker.
Yeah,
with
with
Andrew Walker.
So that'll crush.
Yeah,
all
that's a
right,
heavy
all
hit.
right.
Yeah,
Big
Luke
man.
McFarlane,
Yeah,
not in
yeah.
there either.
He's probably
So
the
we got
most-
2 Walkers, 2 Hines, and 2 Hollingsworths, right?
There's a second Hines movie?
The
Three
with
Wise
the Chiefs and the
Oh, the
Three Wise
Three
Men.
Wise Men. Yeah,
Brotherton's
yeah.
in too.
Brotherton's
Two
got
Brotherton,
double?
yeah, and apparently 2 Alex Santoses,
Yep,
and I'm not sure
so-
who he is.
The big Santos head over here.
Yeah.
But of course, really quickly going back to the holidays, Dave White will be joining us for the animal movie. I
You've
think
got
at this
Jessica
point, it's
Lowndes
tradition.
return to Hallmark. You've got a dog
Dave
movie. You've got an unnamed co-star, and you've got Dave White.
This calls for Dave
Episode of
White.
the year. I'll call it right now.
All the creams.
It's right.
Yes.
it's right for the taking.
The
Yeah.
Hanukkah movie.
Hanukkah on the Rocks.
Stacey Farber, big fan of her. And this is just something out of right field. Mark Summers.
Mark
of Double
Summers
Dare
of Double
fame.
Dare fame.
I
Are you-
double dared him. I double dared
Yeah, you
him to
did.
be in a
Are
movie,
you
and here he is.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all there is to say.
I think
about that.
technically we have 2 Hanukkah movies because like that one is full on, but then there's also the Leah's Perfect Gift, which is about a woman who is Jewish but has always been obsessed with Christmas.
Evan Roderick in that.
With
Yep.
Barbara Niven as the mom. I will say this: as cool as the Beth Broderick Caroline Ray premises. Oh, 2 Caroline Ray movies because we also got
That's
Mrs.
right. And
Miracle.
Mrs. Miracle. That's
Man.
right.
If anyone deserved a second, it's Caroline Ray.
There you
I think we
go.
could all agree.
As much as I like the idea of that one, I do kind of wish they had taken the let's have a mom centric movie with some of the like long list of great Hallmark moms, your Barbara Nivens, your Terrell Roths, your BJ Harrisons, but whatever, I'll take it. I think it's a fun idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we learned anything from last year on Lifetime, Ladies of the '80s slapped, and that was that movie was a big hit. And I think like four moms, like a movie centered around four moms or grandmas, could crush. Could crush.
I do want to shout out one other movie. Taylor Cole, Kevin McGarry, in A Reason for the Season. But the thing about this, and I'm sure we'll get to this on one of our many preview episodes, which I'm so excited.
We've got it.
about.
We're only doing 2 this year.
Yeah, that's right. The way God intended. It was 2 more than God intended, but that's okay. In order to earn, listen to this sentence, Bran. In order to earn her trust fund, Evie is tasked with granting Christmas wishes to the people who saved her life on the night of her birth.
Wow.
First of all, what? Second of all, how many people saved her life on the night of her birth?
Dude.
How many was it?
So
and then
many.
she's got to grant Christmas wishes to all of them. And how do we know she's done that? That movie, the one sentence in sounds bonkers new, but I'm here for it.
It comes to a point where the trust fund's just not even worth it.
The trust fund's not worth
it's
it.
just
Look, this is a movie where we have a princess going to boot camp, so I think
Yeah.
we just have to
maybe.
exercise a little bit of holiday magic, I guess.
we also have Julie Gonzalo in 2 movies this year. Blair Crank.
Blair Crank.
So
Enrique's.
Which is huge. So I
Thank
guess
God
that
for
makes
Christmas
up
and the
for
Cranks.
Sarah Ramos not being.
Yeah,
in it.
they heard.
So
They heard.
I don't know if Sarah Ramos thinks so, but okay.
I just want to say really quickly
They gave an actor
for
2 movies. That makes up for me not being in one.
all the the heinies out there, I think we're all excited about a Chiefs love story.
Sure.
I think it's one of those things where we've seen like they're
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
excited about it, and they think it's going to be a big ratings get. So we've seen so much about it to where
It's not
for a
news.
day like this,
It's
it's
not
like
news.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Why are we gonna?
I also
and the
think
same with like Palaha and
Lacey.
Lacey. Like that movie's
Yeah.
going to slap. I have no doubts
Yeah.
about it. But
This
this is new stuff.
Here's some exciting news. So first of all, Nikki DeLoach,
Oh, my God.
paired with Warren Christie.
Come on.
That's
Come
good
on.
paper. And it is not about her having a dead
Yeah.
Well, hey,
That
we'll
we
see.
know of.
that movie.
Does it seem sad? I haven't read the synopsis. Does it seem sad? Does it,
No,
it
it
seem like
doesn't.
it
It
could
doesn't.
go sad?
As Dave, Warren Christie, and Nell, Nikki DeLoach, recount their love story to their daughter's boyfriend, Chris, we follow them through one special Christmas where fate routinely brought them together and kept them
it's a
apart.
How I Met Your
But
Mother
fate's
situation.
pretty vague.
As
there,
Dave
so.
and Nell tried to find one another, they were oblivious to the fact that they were work nemeses paired together to throw a Christmas festival for their town. Of course, that always happens.
That movie does sound a little generic, but it also sounds like that doesn't sound. I think it's the best new pairing. Like of all the pairings of all of the actors that we know, a Nikki DeLoach Warren Christie pairing is a great pairing. That is
right there with Walker and Ashley
Walker
Williams.
Ashley Williams, close second,
man,
and then
forget it.
probably Taylor Cole, Kevin McGarry after that.
What's also interesting about this one, because they're playing parents, and she played a parent last year in the World Record Christmas. I think Hallmark is acknowledging the fact that like their most beloved actors are aging. Like they've been making these movies for a while, and so if it's no longer plausible to be the like young ingenue who's never had a serious boyfriend before, never been married before, play parents, and you still get to have a love story as a parent. Like it doesn't all die at the altar, So I'm glad that we're progressing into figuring out ways to have these actors who we want around play characters that seems plausible for that to reflect what their lives
But
would
I
be
wonder
like.
how they're gonna do that with the recounting part. Are they gonna try to dress young? Are they gonna try to? What are they gonna do
I
there?
don't know, but there's also a plot regarding like their kid saying "I love you" to his girlfriend. So I don't know if now we have 3 couples or what that means, but they're the leads.
Let's not downplay the excitement that at least is over on this side of the room for Sister and Carlo Marx. The return
Oh
of
my
Carlo
God.
Marx.
Okay.
Come on.
Awesome, cool.
I'm happy for you.
He was
Brad.
in Magic
Yeah.
Cookies or whatever that movie was a couple years ago, right?
Things
Yeah.
straight, baby.
Yeah,
It's kismet.
it's Kismet.
Kismet.
Yeah, Kismet.
good
That's
one.
exactly
Anything
right.
else that anybody wants
Rachel,
to add? Go
I
ahead.
saw in the chat Rachel Lee Cook also. So,
Right.
in all honesty,
There's no one that I trust more.
but like
it's true.
Of,
Who
of
am I gonna
my
trust?
favorite of the leading ladies, I think Bethany Joy Lynn's one. But The Fish and Rachel Lee Cook are both up there. None of them. None
Fish.
of them in
It's
there.
a real bummer we got no fish.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yes, Aaron.
Have we looked at the full synopsis for the Palaha Lacey movie?
No, I
The
just
Christmas
know that it's
Quest.
happening.
Where
The Iceland one.
It's a Christmas
they're going
quest.
to Iceland to search for the legendary treasure of the Yule lads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Classic
they are.
Yule Lad situation.
Which is a thing. Like that's an actual legend.
know.
Yeah, I'm a Yule lad. I think we all
That's
know
right.
that.
We had a long discussion
Yes.
about this. I remember now.
You-
By the way, for Broadway folks, Charlotte D'Amboise pops up in A Carol for Two with Jenna Claire Mason and Jordan Litz. She is a second generation, actually. Her father, Jacques D'Amboise, was one of the 7 brothers in Seven Brides for Seven Brothers and a legendary choreographer and dance teacher. And she was in the revival of A Chorus Line a few years back and is a big deal on Broadway herself.
Yeah, the other 2 are from Broadway. It's a Broadway cast.
Cool.
I love it.
This is very exciting. Very
It's
exciting
super
stuff,
exciting.
everybody.
Lots to break down, lots to go over.
there really
We got
is.
Finland.
we got 2 preview shows coming up as we get closer within the next month.
We're gonna have any guests for that? Any of our DTH hosts gonna join us, Bram?
I
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
fingers crossed might be an all play.
Whoa.
Can we handle
boy.
it? Can we handle
An
it?
all play DTH, not live. It's gonna be unbelievable.
It's going to be very exciting.
And you're only doing 2 of these. Okay.
Yeah.
And we got
in one afternoon? No way.
No.
Today? No,
What? In
of course
an
not.
hour?
We would never. Not at
The
one
Ben-Hur of
today.
I mean,
preview
I think
shows.
yes, obviously, whenever those come out, clear your schedule. It's going to be a day. But also, the biggest challenge is going to be the cream limit, and we'll talk about.
Yeah,
it
we'll
on
talk
the
about
show.
cream
Yeah,
limits later.
I guess we should all think about it.
Because
should
you
all think
can't
about it
just
come
talk
up.
You
about
can't make a cream worthless by having
So
there be
many,
too
yeah.
many.
No, I
The
wouldn't
cream,
want
it
to.
just get, and then if you don't cream enough, there's also
Not
a
doing
problem there.
justice
You've
to
got to
it,
make
yeah.
sure you've got enough in the chamber. So there's that's it. We need to get on that right now, Bran.
All right, we'll give it some thought.
All right, board meeting time.
Assemble the Council of Creams.
Council of Creams. Yes, of course.
Let us know what movie you're most
right next to
excited
the Yule
about.
lads.
We're excited to hear from you.
I'm
excited
thinking
for
10. That's my early thought on creams. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, interesting.
It's 10.
10
47?
total.
10.
For 47, yeah. So less than one a weekend.
wow.
So you're at one every 4.7.
Now, what
movies.
you could, if
Can
we're
you use-
splitting up in 2, you could just do 10 total, and you can use them how you want.
However,
Oh,
However,
baby.
and all- we're talking
so
all
you
play.
could do 8
could do-
in the second, 2 in the first.
You could bat, yeah. You could,
them
however
all
you want to do.
Thanksgiving
it.
weekend.
Again, we'll talk about it.
I
We'll
kind of like
talk
having to
about
use
it.
5 in the first one and 5 in the second. We'll get there. We'll get
we
there.
do need
We'll get there.
boundaries for creativity.
We'll get
purposes.
there.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts. What your favorite movie is. We'd love to hear from you. Join us all holiday season long. Get started October 18th with the marathon, 6 p.m. It's it for us.
That's it right
for
now.
us.
It's Christmas morning here in summer.
Until next time, we're the first to wish you a
Fucking Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.